Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The third contestant in the upset of all upsets on Wednesday would have won instead if she had only wagered a bit smarter. Adriana faced Drew and Tekla Sauter to try for her 16th straight win on June 19, having amassed $349,600 so far. The archivist from West Lafayette, Indiana, was the shoo-in favorite to win and would have been tied for the 10th longest streak in Jeopardy history. So it was quite a shock when Drew, the first Survivor contestant to compete on the game show, dominated the game. In Double Jeopardy, the torch-snuffing moment came when Drew found the second daily double and fearlessly wagered $10,000. He wound up winning in a runway fashion where Final Jeopardy didn't matter. However, Tekla could have won the game and nearly did. She found the last daily double, and at the time, she had $6,400 to his $23,600 and Adriana's $9,300. She opted to bet $3,000 instead of going all in. If she had, she would still be in contention for Final Jeopardy, which only she got correct as polo. In other words, Tekla's daily double wager was the only reason she wasn't the giant killer instead of Drew. Fans on Reddit realized that Tekla was actually quite close to winning the game, barring her wagering mistake. I know the headline is the Giant Slayer, and yet I can't stop thinking about that last daily double wager, one fan began. At that point in the game, with not many clues left on the board, trailing the leader significantly, what is the merit of only betting $3,000? If you get it wrong, you're dead in the water anyway, so you might as well go big to try to get in striking distance. And if Tekla had done that, she probably wins, seeing how FG turned out. It always hurts me a little inside to see such knowledgeable players fumble away a chance at winning. Other fans agreed that while this wasn't the way the game was built, Tekla could be the champ instead. Yeah, that was a shockingly bad wager. Definitely wasn't understanding the situation, and it ended up costing her the game, another wrote. If she made the correct wager, she 100% wins, wrote a third. Given the opportunity to be a giant killer and the time of the wager in the game, it has to be a top 10 all-time poor wager. Not quite Cliff Clavin but close, wrote a fourth. Instead, Drew had an uncatchable lead going into Final Jeopardy at $23,600, Tekla at $10,600, and Adriana had $9,300. Tekla was the only one correct with polo, finishing with $18,601. Drew dropped $118 to win with $23,482, clapping in excitement. As Alex Trebek used to say, we have a giant killer on our hands, rarely as giant as this, Ken Jennings exclaimed. Congrats Drew on the big win. The camera cut to Adriana, who took a deep, disappointed sigh. Ken added, Adriana Harmeyer, of course, leads us after 15 wins. That's the 11th longest streak in Jeopardy history. We'll be seeing you again in the Tournament of Champions. Congratulations. Drew and Adriana then had an awkward interaction. He motioned to shake her hand, and she lifted hers to congratulate him, but put it back down. They then made eye contact again, and finally sternly shook hands. Drew proved his upset win was no fluke, winning his second match on Thursday for a two-day total of $33,282. Drew was announced as a Jeopardy contestant last month. The 22-year-old immediately praised his intellect on Survivor and also did so after being booted from the top 6. I'm one of the smartest people you've ever had on Survivor. Now, I don't say that to brag. I say that factually, he told Parade. I'm a great talker. I can sell. So I thought that those attributes would set me up pretty well in any final 3 combinations. The Ivy League grad student, the youngest of his season, used his trivia knowledge in every tribal council confessional. Drew would use history, philosophy, and other random topics to weave his experiences on the island and his mindset in the game into long soliloquies. Currently getting his master's at Oxford in England, he also won a national trivia event in 2019. That said, he actually was quite a savvy player on Survivor, and if he had undersold his wit, he could have even won. Yeah, I found him kinda arrogant on the show. One user posted when it was announced he'd be on Jeopardy last month. Another wrote, Drew is a top 5 Survivor player for me. I freaking love Omar and Juveria. I'm freaking ecstatic. The haters have called me a know-it-all, Drew wrote on Instagram, announcing his appearance. It's time to prove them right.